The new Red Dead Online update for the month of June has brought about 5 amazing money bonuses and payout changes for you to enjoy, and today on the show we will be breaking down all of the best ways to capitalize on these bonuses and make tons of extra gold and money just by playing the game this month. These bonuses are ones that we haven't had in a long time, and you can either just relax and play for your own enjoyment and still stack currency, or be a hardcore player, take the more grindy approach, and be smart with running these missions and engaging with these activities, and by selectively picking and choosing where to focus your efforts, you can also make game-changing amounts of gold, money, and XP this month. And so, with all that being said, let's get started. If you enjoyed this video at any point, or if you just find it helpful, let me know by dropping a like on it, and if you want to stay up to date with everything Red Dead Redemption 2 and Red Dead Online, then please consider hitting that subscribe button with your bell notifications turned on. So jumping in, first we have double money and XP on all Moonshine sales. When it comes to Moonshine, most players are producing the highest paying flavors and they just leave it at that. However, I propose an alternative for those who want even greater profits. For the best recipe and highest return on investment over time, I highly recommend you make Berry Cobbler Moonshine for several reasons. First, the buyer for this flavor is virtually always available, and although it is a 2-star Moonshine, and while you can make up to $247 per sale with the 3-star special recipes with no bonus at all, there are still a few issues that you're going to encounter with those. Firstly, these recipes require antique alcohol bottle collectibles or wildflowers, which means you'll have fewer ones of those for your collection sets, and additionally, using them in Moonshine only yields a few extra dollars when compared to selling the sets, so the profit margins are not significantly greater. However, the major problem here is that all recipes except for Berry Cobbler may not have a guaranteed buyer when your Moonshine is ready, but Berry Cobbler on the other hand here is the exception. Appleberry Crumb used to be the preferred recipe for the same benefit, but that changed with the Naturalist update in 2020, and now Berry Cobbler is the go-to recipe to make for a reliable buyer. I personally completed well over 1,400 Moonshine sales since that Moonshiner rule changed 3 years ago, and the Berry Cobbler buyer was only unavailable twice during all of those runs that I've had. And so while it is not an absolute 100% guarantee, it's virtually 100%, and the chances of encountering bad luck are incredibly low. But if you do happen to get unlucky here, don't worry, the buyer list is still going to refresh soon enough like usual, and it will be as just if you were making any other recipe. But just think about all the time that you've spent waiting for those 3-star buyers to become available, wasting all this time here and there. Sometimes you may have even forgotten to fast travel back to the shack to sell your Moonshine when the game notifies you that it's ready. Selling Berry Cobbler allows me to make a sale roughly every once per hour that I'm playing the game here because the recipe is just that consistent. With just 4 Moonshine runs over the course of a play session this month, you can earn over $1,812. So that's pretty nice. But just a side note about your Moonshine sale values, if you're wondering why your Berry Cobbler recipe isn't selling for $453.75 during this double money event, or $226 normally, it's because you haven't purchased the Moonshine Condenser and Polished Copper Still upgrades, which maximize profits. Additionally to that, to produce 20 bottles of Moonshine in 48 minutes instead of the usual 60 minutes, you need to be at least Moonshine roll rank 15. I've seen some people talk about that in my comments before, and so I just want to clear up the confusion there. But moving on to number 2, we have triple money and XP on the Moonshiner story missions. A Life of Shine is a narrative campaign introduced in the Moonshiner's DLC, comprising of a total of 5 story missions and 2 introductory missions. Unlike the missions found in a Land of Opportunities campaign, these missions are also designed for solo play, and players have the option to choose from standard, hard, and ruthless level difficulties. This is an unprecedented bonus for these monthly ones, because the Moonshiner storyline did have double payouts once, but never triple. Now players have the opportunity to earn well over $110 just for 12 minutes of their time here. However, there are a couple notable downsides to consider with this content set. Firstly, there is a cooldown on these missions, similar to the legendary bounties here, which means you cannot just continuously farm them throughout the day over and over. Additionally to that, both your Moonshine production and trader businesses will come to a halt during these missions, and this aspect creates a dilemma regarding whether or not you should prioritize playing them. And while these missions are enjoyable, focusing on them may ultimately be detrimental to your gameplay because you would be sacrificing valuable time that could be used for your other Moonshine and trader businesses to produce and sell those goods. Especially when Moonshine sales offer double money, it's crucial to maximize the number of deliveries you can make. Moving on to number 3, we have double money and XP on the Ember of the East Blood Money opportunity. This opportunity mission is quite straightforward. The key here though is to start the mission on ruthless difficulty, invest 12 minutes of your time, which is going to result in earning over $370.32 gold nuggets. Alternatively, if you're willing to spend 30 minutes to maximize payouts, you'll get $450.48 gold nuggets. However, there is a catch with this bonus. Similar to other double gold events with these opportunity missions, these missions require capitality to start, and specifically to play them on the ruthless difficulty, which I do recommend that you get the highest rewards with, and ultimately you're going to get the best return on your time invested. You do need 25 units of capitality. medallion. And since you can only hold up to 50 total, that means you can only play 2 of these missions in a row. And while this bonus can be advantageous if you already have a surplus of Capitali to spend, I wouldn't necessarily recommend playing this month just for the sole reason of farming Capitali. I would do the Moonshine sales over farming this bonus. But moving on to number 4, we have triple money and XP on the bootlegger missions. The reason this bonus is coming up fourth on today's guide is because the payout, even with triple money, isn't particularly impressive. However, the advantage of engaging in these missions is that they reduce the cost of your Moonshine mash by $10 each time. Normally, when the mash cost is $50, completing 3 bootlegger missions can potentially lower the mash cost to $20 before you begin producing Moonshine. But furthermore, this month, the mash is already discounted by 30% off the top, meaning the allocated cost towards your mash is going to only be $35 instead of the usual $50. So after completing 3 bootlegger missions and taking advantage of the triple money and XP, the mash cost may now actually be reduced to a mere $5. And from my perspective, that is cheap, but I don't necessarily consider it worth the effort in Red Dead Online, because in Red Dead, time is money, and you can likely make more money in the time spent trying to save that $45 on mash cost. However, if you are seeking to switch things up this month, it could be enjoyable to participate in more bootlegger missions, such as the Revenue Agent road blockades and the hidden Moonshine operations, in order to add some variety to your gameplay. But moving on to number 5, we have double gold, money, and XP on the featured series game modes. This particular bonus is primarily beneficial for new players who enjoy PvP gameplay, or for those who are just completely new to the game. Most matches in featured series have a duration of 9 minutes, which isn't overly time consuming, and the bonus itself is quite straightforward. But for those who may not fully grasp the potential power of such a bonus, let's briefly discuss it. In each match, it's going to last around approximately 9 minutes, and you can earn 48 gold nuggets and possibly around $45 from this double gold opportunity. And this translates to a substantial accumulation of money, gold, and XP over time. But it is important to note that you need to be present when the match concludes in order to receive your payouts. However, it's understandable that not everyone is going to enjoy PvP activities, and in such cases, I would argue that there are definitely better and more lucrative money-making strategies available this month. Nevertheless though, this bonus right here is the only one featuring a gold bonus this month, and so if you need that extra gold on top of all your extra money, you may want to check out the featured series game modes this month to take advantage of the opportunities that await you here. But with all that being said, those are my top 5 best ways of making gold, money, and XP fast and easy this month in Red Dead Online for the June event. I'd love to know in the comments what your currency grinding strategy is going to be. Mine's going to be the Moonshine sales, Moonshine story missions, as well as my trader business and daily challenges. But with all that said, hopefully you all enjoyed the video today, and if you did, hopefully I earned your like on it. And of course, if you are new to my channel and you want to stay up to date with all the best Red Dead Online and Rockstar Games content, then please consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out on a single thing we post here on the channel. We consistently talk about updates, news, information, tips, tricks, and even leaks, and we'll keep you guys updated here on the channel daily, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you want to follow me over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, those are the best places to get connected with me outside of YouTube, and you're more than welcome to ask me any questions on those platforms. You can follow me at HazardousHDTV, and all of my social media links can be found in the description down below. With that being said, thank you all so much for watching, everyone. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys in the next Red Dead Online video. Adios, amigos.